Greetings, family, and welcome to another episode of Dr. Mumbi's Spiritual Show. My name is Dr. Mumbi.seraki. How you doing? How's everything going? This is my co-host, Errol, family. I really do pray that you are well, that you're focusing on your healing, that you're coming into your new self, because whatever you want to call it, the new earth, the 5D dimension, the 12D dimension, whatever, it's here right now. It's among us. Some of us are living it. Look how different you look. Even look at yourself in the mirror, family. You are literally not the same person that you were in 2020, but it's crazy because the mind, everything is in the mind, family. That's why when people say we live in a simulation, I can see it. I love to call it narratives, that's how I see it, but no one is right, no one is wrong. We're just explaining things, so there's never any need for competition. But by the way, special shout out to Beverly B. She's the sponsor of today's show, family. Definitely check out her ancient sound healing therapy on her website, www.beverlybmusic.com. And she also has other music therapies, such as if you suffer from anxiety or insomnia and you can't sleep, or to deal with certain ailments within the body. Sound therapy is super, super powerful. And she started a YouTube, Beverly B Music, where she's actually giving samples of that. And definitely, check her out and subscribe to her channel. So the main thing I'm coming on here for today, family, is to encourage you to speak your truth. I feel like I've done this show enough, but it cannot be done enough. Because what I've realized is our enemies hide in our silence. They hide in the default of we said nothing. It's like I remember I spoke to an aunt of mine, I think maybe a year ago. And she was, it was like we were in a narrative battle, where she was trying to say, oh, I'm so ungrateful because I had this amazing childhood. And I was trying to tell her, actually, my childhood wasn't amazing. It was filled with all kinds of emotional, psychological abuse and everything. And she then was like, oh, my God, we never knew. And you see, for a lot of us black sheep in our family, they knew. They may have not known the extent. They may have not known the details. But they knew. And they'd love to pretend they didn't know by ignoring it, which is why we've been silent since we were children. And a lot of us, the reason we got in trouble to begin with is because we spoke. Either we spoke prophetically, we spoke psychically. I remember, as I always tell you guys, I went to a British boarding school. And if you look at now what's being discovered about these British boarding schools, even Princess Diana's brother has come out and talked about the abuse he underwent when he was in a private school, the most elite school. So imagine going to one of the most elite schools in Kenya and being one of the only African children in that school, field of Mzungus. What do you think they did to me, family? Because I have no memory of my primary school education, none. And at first I thought it was just, I was always told by my mother and my family that I have a poor memory. And maybe just hearing that all the time somehow made me believe that. But anyway, I have no recollection. I've done some hypnotherapy and it's brought certain things, and I am starting to piece it together because all memory is there. They may suppress it. It's like they bury it in your mind. Some of us were given cough syrup with Fanta. Some of us were given, what was it called, Benylin or whatever. There's so many things that they use. There was even this pink syrup, so that we wouldn't remember some of the things that they did. But it all has to come back for me to be truly, to set this down. We have to confront it, and that's why we have to speak our truth. Because in speaking our truth, we kill the power of that narrative over our lives. We subdue that, that principality of shame, that principality of abuse, that principality of anguish. We completely subdue that. And then we're able to reflect on it and translate it into a learning experience for ourselves that has made us more spiritually astute, that has made us more spiritually powerful, that has given us an insight. Because some of us, the galaxies and the worlds we're coming from, family, do not have narcissism. I've told you so many times, the Agikoyo nation, there are so many words that don't exist. So so our generation started intermingling English words with the Ikoyo words. But a lot of us didn't know that it's not that we don't know our language or we're using slang. It's actually because those words don't exist.